Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. And today I'm going to be brief, but I want to talk about a couple things that are going on that you can do and you can take a look at that will help you if you're thinking about buying a home or even refinancing. One of those things that I do, and a lot of other loan officers do who are really good at what they do, we take a full look at your credit profile. We don't just look at the credit score. A lot of times, a few points here or there can get you a better interest rate. It can also put you in a lot of programs. I literally just closed a loan last week where a guy started with me. He had a 550. Okay, no one's touching that right now. There are a few people now who are doing 580s now again in the FHA space. So what I did was I just went through his credit. He had a couple old charge-offs just sitting on his credit report. We were able to get him to pay for those, and that boosted his credit score up. It got him into the 600. So we needed to get him, finally, basically, we got him to a 630. We were able to do an FHA loan for him. And the final thing he had to do was just bring down his credit cards. A lot of his credit cards were maxed out. When you have your credit cards maxed out, it's killing your credit score. I mean, you can get 40, 60 points just by paying those down to 10%. So remember the rule. I talked about this before on another video, paying attention to when your credit cards report to the credit bureaus. And you can play that game so you know when you need to pay those down. That's super huge when you're trying to buy a house or refinance. Now, again, sometimes people want to refinance and they see the rate they get, and a lot of times based on your score. So there are little things you can do. Sometimes you say, hey, I already paid that off. This may not be reflected. We can get a statement, submit that to the credit bureaus, and then get that score up, you know? So there's some things we can do there, but credit is very important. There are some people whose credit is perfect. They monitor it. They're paying attention to it all the time. Some of these places like Credit Karma, they're not true scores, but what they do and what I tell people they're good for is that they let you know when something's happening on your car. You get an alert. So-and-so just pulled your credit, or this payment might be passed. It's a good way to protect yourself. A lot of times I tell people too, right now, if you got old judgments or old collections sitting around, call those people and make deals. A lot of times they'll settle for pennies on the dollar because they know, hey, we're not getting the money. And this guy's offering, or this gal's offering to pay it down. So there's things you could do to get your score up, get you where you need to be. And a lot of times people are a few points off. I literally do this every day. I see stuff and I'm like, just do this, and watch the magic happen. Now we got people out there. Now that goes to our second dilemma, finding a house that you can afford. Right now, a lot of people are qualified to buy homes, but they're qualified to a max, meaning they don't have any other money to put down. So we have to get creative. We have to look at maybe taking some money out of your 401k. We have to look at gifts from other people that we can use to help you get you in a home. It's tough right now, right? Now it's the sales market. A lot of people are paying way overpriced. So, you know, we just have to do what we have to do and be strategic. And as far as I'm just kind of answering questions that I get a lot. If you're in a lease, there are ways to get out of your lease in Arizona. Usually in your contract, they tell you how you can get out of your lease early. It's not going to hurt you, especially if you're already qualified. So just some things there. But credit is important. Take a look at it. You can go to www.annualfreecreditreport, and you can look at your credit for free. It doesn't cost you, doesn't affect your score. If you want, you can sit down with me. I can show you some ways to clean some things up. I can tell you what some things mean. A lot of times there are duplicate accounts, there are name matches, there are a lot of things. If you've been married, you might have something from a spouse, or if you share credit with someone, there may be some things lingering from that. So there are ways to get around that. If you've been divorced and you're still carrying your spouse's stuff, we can look at your divorce decree, which should state whose debt that is. That's another way to get that stuff removed from your liability. So anyway, Wisdom Wednesday today is just take a look at all the variables. You know, when you're looking to refinance a home, or you're looking to purchase a home, or you're just looking to do something with your credit, period. Anytime you think of doing something major involving credit, it's a good idea to have your credit reviewed by someone like me. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We'll see you next time. Talk soon.